right, peace and blessings to the family. Black power, love and light. Salute to the gods and the goddesses of the universe, Planet Key. We here, you know what I'm saying, 2025, and y'all better get on the wavelength, man. Now, if you woke, if you conscious, you know what I'm saying, make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on in the world. There's a lot going on with politics and a lot of changes, and y'all got to get with the shift, because you already know how it is with evolution. It's all about adaptation to environment. So when things change, you got to change and adapt to that environment. All right. So love and light to everybody in the building. So again, like I said, this is Sunday Soul Sessions. You're with Brother Omni Omnis, also known as the Nature God. 7+ years independent researcher. Like I said, I'm woke, I'm conscious, I'm questioning the mainstream narrative when it comes to a lot of things, considering that we've, you know, our people have been involved in slavery, the transatlantic slave trade, Arabic slave trade, you know, and just understanding that, you know, we come from a people who have historically been suppressed of our inventions, you know, of our knowledge, our culture, our traditions, our heritage as black people. All right. And that's why I like to teach about blackness. I like to teach about who we are. You feel me? And so that's what we on today. So love and light to everybody. Hopefully y'all enjoying your morning. Like I said, this is Sunday, and I created Sunday Soul Sessions just so it's kind of like church a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a little church this morning. You know what I'm saying? You come to church. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you gain something. It's a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? At least when I used to go anyway. I don't go anymore, but we have our own church now. You feel me? And I just want to, like I said, salute everybody that's striving to become a greater version of themselves on today. So peace and blessings. Salute to the people. So anyway, today's build is supposed to be about religion and the whitewashing of world history. Now, we all know there's no Peter, there's no Paul, there's no John, there's no Jacob, all right? There's no Abraham in Africa. If you pay attention to some of the biblical locations, like when they talk about the 4 rivers that connect, all right, in the book of Genesis, when they talked about the Garden of Eden, there are 4 main streams, 4 main rivers that connect in Africa, all right? And so you have the Arbitra River, you have the Blue Nile River, the White Nile River, and there's another one. It starts with an R, I forgot the name. But I just want to, like I said, I want to question some of the mainstream narratives that's going on. The Red Sea is in Africa. Mount Sinai, where Moses went to receive the laws or the 10 Commandments, or where he's supposed to have commune with God, talk to God, whatever, that's in Africa. This is an Egyptian mountain, Mount Sinai. The River of Jordan is also in Africa. Now remember, Africa is a continent with 52 countries. We live in the United States with 50 states, but their landmass is so big that they have 52 countries, all right? And also, when you look at America having English and Latin as the main primary languages, you look at places like Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? They got hundreds of languages. And then you can only think of like how long it takes for a society of people to come up with language, right? We only have, again, English and Spanish in America. When you look at some of these African countries, they're more developed culturally. They have more culture. That's why they have more languages. Also, the #1 producer of cocoa bean, which is how you get chocolate, just a wild fun fact, comes from Ghana. Ghana is the world's #1 leader producer of the cocoa bean, and that's African export. So anyway, Africa is a very resourceful nation, very resourceful place. Of course, they have many nations, but it's really one landmass. And we know that colonization is all about division, and so they divided the land, gave it different names. You got people in the Congo speaking French, right? That's weird. You're African and you're speaking French, but the French don't speak Congolese. The French don't speak African. And that's because of, slavery, colonization, taking over people's land, their resources, who they are, where they're from. You feel me? Their identity. So you can't move the way that you're supposed to move because you don't even know who or what you are. And so, like I said, the history of blackness and and who we are collectively just need to be addressed. And so I come up here to have these conversations. I'm not really the type of person that go dialoguing with everybody. So I'm looking for like minds. All right? People who are smart, for one thing, can't be a dummy dumb. I hate that. That's the worst thing you could be in the universe. To me, it's dumb. People who, like I said, are inquisitive and they don't settle not knowing the answer. Not knowing the answer is that's not good enough for me, family. We got to figure it out. But like I said, there's some of the basic 1, 2, 3s. You know what I'm saying? There's no Africans named Peter, Paul, John, Jacob, Abraham, none of that. English is a new language. English has only existed for about 500 years. Before English, the predominant language was Latin. If you deal with etymology and linguistics and how language is traced with culture over time, you can see the chronology. English, Latin, you see? Then you have Greek. And then pre-Greek, you get into phonetic languages, African languages. All right? And so I just thought that was an interesting fun fact for everybody that's going around talking about the Bible this and the Bible that. You know what I'm saying? My dad was a pastor, so I went to church. I read the Bible. I did all of that for years, paid tithes. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm a seeker of truth, and I'm not a believer. When you're a believer, you can believe anything. That don't make it true. You feel me? And so the Sunday Soul Sessions is just meant to put things into perspective. You feel me? And I'm here. You got people who get on bills, get in threads, and you don't know who they are. You can't see who they are. They're not transparent. This is me, family. I'm Omni Omnis, the Nature God. You go to my page and see the type of stuff that I talk about, the posts that I make. Is all about enlightenment, growing mentally, spiritually, and financially as well. But I'm not one of the people who put finances above, you know what I'm saying, the more meaningful things. Finances matter, but people got finances. People don't have the intellect. People don't have the spirituality. That's something it's hard to obtain. And so I look at it as something very special. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, somebody got to do it, family. Love and light to the people. All right. Anyway, we're looking for open dialogues for people who want to build about religion. Like I said, I feel like Africa is older in culture, in heritage, African genetics. If you deal with the outer Africa theory, we already know that, mitochondrial DNA, the Eve gene, it traces back to Africa. All right? If Africans are the oldest people, the first people, then we will have the oldest languages. We'll have the oldest traditions, the oldest heritage. Right? And so, like I said, it's just hard for me to believe. It's hard for me to subscribe to the Bible, religions, and people are not researching, family. We can't even have good conversations without striving. You got to try. You got to try harder. And so if you're not a seeker of knowledge, then, you don't got to be on this page, family. Trust me, that's no love lost to me. I'm here for people who are like me. That's it. I'm not here for everybody. All right? So if you're striving, you want to learn, you want to grow yourself, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? If you're working out, you're growing yourself. You feel me? I ain't in the worst shape. I'm in decent shape. But if you're working out, you're growing yourself. I'm 37 years old. I ain't fat. Ain't got no fat beer belly, none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that, family. I'm good. But anyway, Everything's nice, man. Y'all hear my dog over there drip off the chain over there. But yeah, everything nice, family. I don't know, y'all. I can't get with the dumb, family. I'm sorry. It's like entertainment is like circus act, type shit to me. Like, okay, I see you, all right. You know what I'm saying? I like to laugh. I like to have a little fun. But life is not always about feeling better. It's about doing better. When you work out, the shit burn. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel pleasant. But at the end of the day, you're growing yourself. You're becoming better. And so, like I said, man, so just to get down to a real quick example of what I'm saying, how history is whitewashed by colonials, right? You have Jesus, which is an English name. Have Mary, English name, right? And then you have Joseph. But it's ironic, in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? There are characters who are the same as Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, but in a different language and from a different culture. So you have Aset, which is Mary. You have Jesus, which is Heru, right? Heru. And then you have Joseph, which is Osiris, all right? So like I said, Mary, which is Aset, Jesus, which is Heru, right? In the Kemetic culture. And then you have Jesus' father, which is Osiris. And so anyway, I'm just telling you guys, whenever you get a chance, just do a little due diligence and check into this African origins thing. Like I said, a lot of religions, a lot of concepts, world concepts of knowledge, any type of spirituality, religions, it's coming from the source, family. And so if we have a disagreement on social media, it's not because I have anything personal against you, because I really don't. I don't go on people's page stalking, trying to see what they're doing. None of that. That's the furthest thing from my mind, family. I'm not even that type of individual. But I'm just looking for like minds, they want to grow, they want to expand. So like I said, love and light to everybody. Peace and blessings. And I think it's dope that I'm an intellectual, and you got a lot of intellectuals who like don't get a shape up. You feel me? Don't get their hair done. Certain little basic stuff they don't do. But I'm pretty cool, pretty fly, pretty chill dude. But I like intelligence. You feel me? And I like things to make sense, and I'm very super spiritual. I have visions, deja vus, and just random supernatural acts that happen. Sometimes I share it with people, sometimes I don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing that I pray for. It's nothing that I get on my knees and beg like a slave for. It's just something that's natural. You feel me? And people are very busy trying to be something that they're not, instead of finding out who they are internally. Sometimes you got to pull back the veil. You got to take a step back. You know what I'm saying? And isolate yourself from all these outside influences, right? So you can go internal and be influenced by self, by the universe, by nature. You know what I'm saying? By the spirit. And a lot of the times, like, you got young boys in the rap culture, hip hop culture, they want to rob, you feel me? They want to listen to the gangster music, carry guns and stuff like that, because that's a part of the culture. So you got people that subscribe to a certain culture, and they do things and say things and behave in a certain way that they wouldn't even behave in if they were not a part of that culture. And so culture is very deep. Like, it changes the fabric of society. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm here to do today, to give y'all a chance to latch on to new culture. So check out the Dead Sea Scrolls. All right? Check out the Egyptian Book of the Dead, which is really the Egyptian Book of Life. All right? But you got colonists going around demonizing voodoo, different African traditions and spiritualities. Anything that's, and then I've heard black people say it from America, like African, y'all over there, I don't know what y'all got going on. Voodoo spell, you trying to put a root on me, this, that, and the third. And it's Black Americans are saying stuff like that. But then when you think of the white man and their religion and their culture, they committed, you know what I'm saying, mass genocide on people. King Leopold of Belgium, 20 million Africans died in 2 years under this man's, you know what I'm saying, under his rule. Him and Queen Elizabeth I. It's down there stealing resources from the Congo, stealing ivory and different other natural resources. And they cut off the hands and the feet of women and children and men, all right? Even children, which was crazy. You go see the pictures on Google. Go look it up. King Leopold of Belgium. And look up how he abused those children. So you feeling all this type of way about African religion, African tradition, African spirituality, but you don't feel no way about the spirituality of someone who kills and steals and rapes and do all this crazy stuff. Pedophile, all type of stuff, man. So even with the Greek statues, go look that up. You got men with little boys. You know what I'm saying? A statue where somebody creatively designed it, made it, looked at it, thought about it, and made a statue, a man with a little boy performing sexual acts. That's in Greece. You got the island of Lesbos, right? That's in Greece. That's where lesbianism come from. You know what I'm saying? Like woman on woman, man on man. Like that's not natural. You can't reproduce without the opposite sex. So that don't even make sense. But yeah, there's a lot of concepts that's out here that y'all need, that people just need to, I don't know, need to do your due diligence. I already did mine, so it's nothing really to gain to me except for just conversating with others, building with others who want to know. You feel me? So again, love and light to the family. Like I said, I am Omni Omnis, the nature God. Nature is my sanction. You know, in the beginning, before we had religion, before we had man documenting, we had the sun in the sky. We had nature. You have to breathe oxygen to live, to sustain, to exist. All right? So before we get into all the isms and schisms and the different antics, don't forget the basic 1, 2, 3. In the beginning, before any man lived, the sun was in the sky, family. All right, so I talk about nature a lot. I believe that nature is the source of all life. And that nature is the one thing that connects all life together. It don't matter what species, none of that. We all, you know what I'm saying? We all, like, the natural laws apply to all life. It don't matter what your religion is. And so, yeah, I have this concept of universalism, right? Like, you know, a person or individual can subscribe to an idea or a concept that has no foundation, right? Somebody said this. You got to believe that, you know what I'm saying, or you're going to go to hell. But then you have natural laws, right? Law of conservation that explains in the thermodynamic laws how energy cannot be destroyed, right? Energy, like it's called the law of conservation. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but only conserved and transferred, all right? You have a gas cloud, you have a raindrop, and you have a snowflake. These are all the same things. Water in a higher vibrational state, in a medium vibrational state, and then you have water in its lowest vibrational state, which is ice and snow. All right, but it's the same thing. It's simply heat and temperature. The conditions of which the water exists determines the state of how it manifests. All right? And so my point is conservation. Even though you've seen the gas cloud, even though you've seen the raindrop, even though you've seen the snowflake, they're all the same thing. The gas cloud was not destroyed. The raindrop was not destroyed, and the snowflake was not destroyed. It was simply recycled, right? It changed its form from a lower vibrational state, medium vibrational state, to higher vibrational state, all right? So there's certain things that just cannot be refuted. Even the carbon cycle, you can look that up. Dead organisms They decay. Their biochemical properties go back into the earth, right? Then you have scientists who carbon date, and they go back, they paleontologists, they're looking for fossils and bones. They're going looking for the chemical of carbon in the bones to determine how old the fossil is, all right? Because everything is recycled. And so I just believe that nature is a good filtration system for truth. Because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. But what never lie, right, is nature. The sun is in the sky. The moon is in the sky. We live on a planet, right? No matter what job you work on, you need oxygen. You destroy the planet, too much plastic in the ocean, you're creating biodegradables or non-biodegradables. Anything that we eat, anything that we touch, you're supposed to throw it back on the grass, into the grass, and it break down, decompose. We call that biodegradable. When you create plastics and things that are synthetic and have no biochemical compatibility to the natural world, it cannot bond, it cannot blend. So you got things that's just polluting the earth everywhere we go, right? People have no care. They talking about the Bible, God created this earth. Right? Somebody created this earth, family. Created the whole system. Got the solar system. You got a biological system, ecosystem. And so we live in a world of systems. And my point is just like, mechanics dealing with a car. Individual may know mechanics, individual may not. If you don't, you're going to have to take your car to a mechanic because you don't have enough knowledge to assess the car, to determine what's wrong with it, what's not wrong with it, right? But anyway, the point is the car is a system. Everything have a specific function, right? And if it's not running right, it's due to the functionality. Something is not working right. It has a certain way that it's designed, a certain way that it's made. And so, like I said, 37 years old, family, and I think I have a pretty good understanding for spirituality and intelligence. All right? And even though our people dealt with stuff like what they call it in the 1800s, the anti-literacy laws. Anti-literacy laws was going on in America, circulating. They was enforcing it on the black Americans, right? Because they didn't want you to read. They didn't want you to be educated. But at the same time, we had the slave Bible, where it's a reduced version of the King James Bible, where they're pointing out certain verses that emphasize on servitude and humility from slaves. And so the slave owner would teach one of the slaves how to read, right? And then they would send that slave to different plantations to preach the message of servitude, of over and unbalanced humility. Turn one cheek, smack that cheek, smack both cheeks. All right? So the African understanding is balance. Ma'at is the goddess of balance. Okay? A lot of people don't understand this, family. So, hang in there with me if you can. Balance is very important. If you lose your balance, you fall, right? A scale that is balanced has no tilt. A tilted scale is unbalanced, right? And so balance is very important, just like man and woman, negative and positive, night and day, right? Electron, proton. There's a balance to creation. There's a balance to the universe. And I'm talking like here, because this is what I love to do. I talk, but I talk about things that make sense, logical things. People who are into education and scholastic knowledge are the people that I'm really targeting, but I'm also trying to make it simple and make it basic 1, 2, 3 for everyday people. And it don't matter if you have a different religion and you just want to understand this brother, Omni Omnis, what he on, what he doing, what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? So just hit the timeline. You can check out a few of the posts and the threads and the bills. Like I said, people know me for nature. People know me from herbs, from selling herbs and studying herbs, right? Working out. Of course, on my spare time, I make beats, right? I used to make music, rap, do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And so there's just a few things, you know what I'm saying, that y'all can know about my background or whatnot, but everything nice for me. But yeah, I'm good. I'm live and well. I'm live and well, family. But I think what makes me different is the ability to sometimes withdraw from the everyday, you know what I'm saying, the everyday stuff, like, because everyone is energy. Everything is energy. Energy is all is energy. Nikola Tesla, he had a statement, a quote. He said, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of vibration. If you want to understand the keys to the universe, think in terms of vibration. And this was the guy who discovered solar energy, free energy. This is something that the government is trying to get on right now. They're learning about it. They're trying to change. They're trying to switch it up from electrical technology to solar technology. All right. And anyway, this guy, Nikola Tesla, y'all going around driving Tesla, is named after this guy. Yeah, all right. He's a European inventor. And he discovered that we can conduct energy naturally from the earth and from the sky, family, using conductive materials. All right. And so anyway, he was supposed to be founded. And I think it was J.P. Morgan. They ended up not rocking with him because his idea was not profitable. See that? Nikola Tesla, everybody driving Tesla, they dropped his idea and stopped the funding because his idea of free energy for everyone was not profitable. All right? So now we see the government kind of, trying to adapt and getting more into solar energy. But anyway, when you get a chance, check out that guy. And he studied in Egypt as well. All right? And so, like I said, family, it's just, I could keep going forever and ever. But I'm doing a build today, so y'all stay tuned. Y'all check me out on YouTube. That's Nature God 2126. All right? Nature God 2126. All right? YouTube.com/Nature God 2126. That'll get you over to the channel. All right? Over there on the channel, family, we got over 200 plus videos. All right? 200 plus videos. Some videos are over an hour long, but some of them are shorter, right? Now, videos of me in nature, traveling, videos of me with the kids. We're going on our little nature trail hikes and stuff like that. And of course, we got bills about genetics, the biology of blacks, the science of melanin, you feel me? And we're just talking about a little bit of spirituality and religion as well, and history. All right, so y'all make sure to check that joint out, family, because she lit. We like that over there. And it's a dope thing, family. So just make sure y'all hop on this next electromagnetic wave. Understand that we, you know what I'm saying, we're in a new paradigm, a new shift. And if you don't shift with the algorithm, you know what I'm saying, it's over for you, family. So evolution is all about adaptation to change in time, to time and change. All right? And so that's what I'm on, family. All right? So for donations, make sure you hit up the Cash App $ Omnis Natura 360 LLC. That's all cap, OMNIS NATURA 360 LLC. All right? I appreciate you guys for bearing with me, for rocking with me. I ain't gonna hold you too long. All right? Everything nice. And I hope y'all enjoy y'all morning. And make sure y'all catch me over there On the YouTube, the TikTok is TikTok/OmniVisionEDU 360. All right, TikTok/OmniVisionEDU 360. All right, we lit, family. Catch y'all on the next one. Love and light. Salute. Peace and black power. All right, shit, we out.